Hello friends, how are you all? Let us start with our topic. Yesterday or in the previous lecture we have seen that the law of demand. What the law of demand says, the last sentence for the explanation of that diagram is DD is the demand curve and it slopes downwards from left to right because of the law of demand. What the law of demand says, as the price of a commodity falls, demand rises and vice versa. Now, today we will see the exceptions to the law of demand. There are certain exceptions to the law of demand. It means that under exceptional circumstances, consumer buys more when the price of commodity rises and buys less when the price of commodity falls. See, that means it totally contradicts the law of demand that at the reducing prices, consumer will buy less and at increasing prices, consumer will buy more. Okay, the very first exception is the Giffen's paradox. This one is very much important. 2 marks question is asked on this. Inferior goods or low quality goods are those goods whose demand does not rise even if their price falls. That means जो goods inferior है, that means they are not up to the exact quality. In that case, the here the law of demand does not exist, or it is just a inverse law of demand, we can say that. Sir Robert Giffen observed this behavior in England in relation to the bread. What he noted that when the price of bread declined, people did not buy more because of an increase in their real income or purchasing power. See, that means what they have noted here, that if the consumer's real income is increased, that means purchasing power has been increased, so even if the less price of bread, they will not purchase those goods because they are of the inferior quality, not the proper quality. For example, I can say, if the branded product, just like if I say about the Woodland, all of you know about this brand, Woodland goods, that means chappals, sandals and all that. In that case, their starting range is from 2000 to 3000. That means we know that if I want to purchase the Woodland shoes, there must be a price range of 2000 or 3000. In that case, if I want this particular goods, I have to pay that much amount for those commodities. But if I have, or I say I have a choice that the goods which is of lower quality, or we can say inferior goods, that is not of the Woodland and its price is less than 2000, even if I don't want to go for that because I want the quality goods, and because my purchasing power is more at that time when I purchase the goods, I have that much of money and ability to pay, so that I will go for the higher price goods. Okay, now the prestigious goods. Expensive goods like diamond, gold, etc. status symbols, so rich people buy more of it even when their prices are high. This is very much important exceptions, that जो भी celebrities है, always they have to maintain their status, and for that purpose they have rich, they have so much of money with them, so they can easily purchase the goods even if the higher prices. Then third one is speculation. The law of demand does not hold true when people expect prices to rise still further. See, while explaining this law at the time of assumptions, already we have seen that if the consumer thinks that in the near future if price will go further, in that case consumer will buy even if at the higher price right now. Okay, example here it is given, prices of oil, sugar, etc. tend to rise before Diwali, so people go on purchasing more at high price as they anticipate that prices may rise during Diwali. This is the thinking of the consumer, so that according to this thinking, there must be a exception to the law of demand. Then the price illusion. Consumer, just like I already told you the example at the time of the that first Giffen paradox, branded products. Here an example is given for branded products, that consumer is having the illusion that branded products, they are having the highest quality and therefore they charge more, and therefore the prices of those goods little bit higher than the other goods. But it's not true. It is just an illusion that always branded products are good in quality. It's not like that. Sometimes it may be possible that the those products which are not branded, they are also having the good quality. Okay, so now I think there are only four exceptions. No, sorry. The next one is ignorance. Sometimes, due to ignorance, people buy more of a commodity at high price. This may happen when consumer is ignorant about the price of that commodity at other places. This may be possible. Actually, right now, all the world is bounded by the, so we can say, all the sites or on the internet. We know each and every price of any commodity. We can easily find out the price of the commodity, but it may be possible sometimes the consumer is not aware of the price, and that's why he will purchase those goods at higher prices. Okay, and this situation also, the law of demand does not exist. Then the sixth one is habitual goods. The habitual goods, जिसको जो आदत है, habit, due to habit of the some goods, some the consumption, certain goods like tea is also purchased in required quantities even at a high price. See this, for the habitual goods, if the person is having habit of some goods or commodities, in that case he may purchase it at a higher price because of his habit. Okay, I think all of you are getting clear about the exceptions to the law of demand. Now the next topic is variation in demand. Variation in demand, there are two types, expansion and contraction. Okay, expansion of demand, see the figure what it is shows. Expansion of demand refers to rise in quantity demanded due to fall in price alone, while the other factor like taste, income of the consumer, size of etc remain unchanged. This is very much important, that this demand curve is shift rightwards, because there is only one factor which have the impact on the demand, that is the price change. That much price is reduced, then only the quantity of those commodities has been increased. That is known as expansion of demand. The next one is contraction of demand. Contraction of demand refers to fall in demand due to rise in price alone. That means only price factor is considered here. Therefore, whatever the increase in price, that much quantity is reduced. It all we can say, that much quantity has been decreased, or demand for that much quantity is decreased. Therefore, the demand curve has been shifted. Okay, little bit upward. In the previous case, it shifted downward, it is shifted upward. This is the expansion and contraction. The next one is increase and decrease in demand. Increase in demand, that means it refers to increase in quantity demanded due to favorable changes in other factors like taste, income of the consumer, climatic condition, etc. But here price remain constant. This is the very much important thing, that price is not changing, but the other factors are changing. That means price is always be the same thing. See, it is clearly shown in the diagram that P, that means price is the same, but due to other factors, suppose समथिंग जस्ट लाइक इन एज द फैशन, किसी का फैशन अगर बढ़ गया, ये सब ट्रेंड है, ये सब फैशन है, इन दैट केस इवन इफ हायर प्राइस कंज्यूमर विल गो फॉर परचेसिंग द दोज क्वांटिटी, एंड देयरफॉर डिमांड कर्व विल शिफ्ट फ्रॉम लेफ्ट टू राइट, or we can say it is shift from Q to Q1, but the price will remain same. Okay, or we can say that not the right direction, we can say demand curve shifts outward. Here the proper word is given outward. And similarly इसके उल्टा है decreasing demand, that means price remains the same, again price is remaining same, but some goods, just like because of the climatic conditions, or we can say because of the any other thing, just like out of fashion हो गया तो goods की demand suddenly कम हो गई, or if it is a climatic condition, then अगर इन जैसे विंटर सीजन खत्म हो गया तो वुलन क्लोथ्स की डिमांड कम हो गई, इन दैट केस वी कैन से दैट डिमांड कर्व जो है इट शोज इनवर्ड इफेक्ट, इट शिफ्ट्स इनवर्ड टू द लेफ्ट. ओके, so these are the main changes in demand. So right now I think today I will end the lecture with this. The next I think next topic is not there, increase and decrease. This is the last topic of this chapter. So you will all of you go through the exercise. If you have any doubt, you can put a doubt in a comment section so that I can clear your doubt. But this chapter is very much important for you. So go for that, study it, stay home, stay safe, and do study well. Please like and share and subscribe my channel so that you will get the next explanation. Okay, bye.